Hi everyone, I'm Carla Luna. I'm the chapter lead for Boston SoGal, the largest global platform for women entrepreneurs and investors, and it aims to bridge the gap in diversity in entrepreneurship. And today I'm joined by Elaine from Keystone Partners, and we're going to be talking about how to receive constructive feedback at work. So Elaine, if you could just please introduce yourself.
I will. Thank you very much, Carla. I appreciate being here, and I love the whole SoGal concept of supporting female entrepreneurs in the workforce. I'm managing partner of Keystone Partners. Keystone is an outplacement, career transition, career management, and executive coaching firm, headquartered here in Boston with national capabilities. So we work with organizations who are trying to develop their staffs or transition out their staffs. And I've been doing this with Keystone for over 30 years.
Wow, it seems like a really long time.
It is a very long time.
Reputation as being the job doc.
Career work has always been my interest, even since undergrad in college. So I did work in careers, I did work in career services at Boston University and at Stonehill College. When I came to Keystone, we worked with the Boston Globe, tracking a great guy's job search through the beginning of developing his resume and getting ready to interview to his interviews with companies. And at the time we did that, the economy was not good. So he was getting a lot of feedback through the job search process. It was a great track. A lot of readership really learned a lot about what a really effective job search looks like. So when he was finally successful and landed, the business editor at the Globe did not want to end the focus on jobs and careers. So he asked me if I would be willing to write a question and answer column about careers. And so the job doc was born, and that was 14 years ago.
Companies invest a lot of money in making sure that their performance management systems make employees know how they're being assessed and how they're performing. Why is feedback so important?
Through all of the studies of developing leadership and leadership potential, being able to receive feedback is the most important thing to learn to becoming an effective leader. Feedback can also be very sensitive. People are a little threatened by what people might say. But you need information about how you show up and how people receive you, how they see you in action. And so if you can listen to that and incorporate changes or develop new skills, your performance is absolutely going to develop. You'll be more successful and you'll learn new ways to show up at work. Be able to say, I would love to have your comments. Let's go someplace quiet where we can sit down and really discuss the feedback that you have. Because one of the things that happens is people are not good at giving feedback. So if they have something that they think is constructive, it may not come out that way. And so you as the recipient need to be prepared to say, okay, they didn't do a great job saying that.
To do to succeed at work?
It all depends on the manager. I think it's a great question, and companies, you're right, they've spent millions of dollars on feedback and performance management systems. But if a manager can't be clear on what they need the employee to do, and they can't give them clear and concise feedback on what they need to do, then employees are often lost, and they don't know what it is that the manager really wants out of them.
What else makes feedback good feedback?
Often they call it the sandwich feedback. You say something nice, you say something developmental, you say something nice. People don't really want that anymore.
No, do away with the sandwich.
Exactly, I agree. First of all, they want to know that you have their best interest at heart. So I would say, Carla, you're a great employee. I want to help you succeed. What I want to talk about is 3 different things that I think you can do better in the job that will get you where you want to be in your career. And so I would go into the specifics of what those were. I would stop after each one and I would say, does that one make sense to you? Have I explained this well? And so we would have a dialogue about it. And you would try to listen and you would try to say, okay, so if I did it this way, would that be what you think would work better for me? So it would be very much around a conversation where you were clear, I just wanted you to get better for your success. I think 360s are very valuable. They can be very threatening, but they're very valuable. All of us have worked with colleagues who are great managing up, and they don't care what their peers say. Well, that's not a good work model. Or they're great with their peers, but not with people who report to them. So the goal of being a strong manager, strong leader, strong employee is that you treat people all around that 360 well, you relate to them well. So people doing a 360 need to see that. And you need to take advice to say, you know what, your peers are more important. You don't include them. Try to do that more. You do a great job managing up. You do a great job managing underneath you. Develop those skills. Constructive feedback is something that's very clear that you can change that will help you succeed. So it doesn't have to be something negative. It might be a new way of thinking about a project. It might be thinking about bringing other people in. So constructive feedback might be, Carla, I see that you continue to turn to one colleague in the legal group. But if you turned to someone in the tax group and the legal group, you might get different insights into the work that you were doing. Part of that really depends on what level of leadership role you take. One of the things that I find in groups is someone comes in as a leader, people kind of take their roles. One thing that doesn't happen in groups is that people in the group thank each other. And if you can recognize other people for what their skill set is and say, thanks so much for really bringing that strategic view to this. Thanks so much for your operational skills. Those are really helpful. And being able to say, I've been really excited about being able to use my communication skills to really help this group, become more cohesive. People will recognize that, yeah, you really did do that. So sometimes you have to kind of toot your own horn in terms of being able to draw attention to that.